Hi everybody, this is going to be my spoiler review of The Conjuring Last Rites. This was directed by Michael Chavez, who also directed The Devil Made Me Do It, The Nun 2, and The Curse of La Llorona. These, by the way, take place in the same universe. Last Rites is the final film in the franchise about Ed and Lorraine Warren. I think the first two films are great, didn't like the third one, and I was hoping this one would end the franchise on a high note. Sadly, this was not the case. The biggest issue with Last Rites is the pacing. Just to give you an idea how terrible it is, imagine a horror movie with a 15-minute party sequence during which nothing interesting is happening. Here they introduce a character named Tony, who is Judy's fiancé. Judy, of course, is Lorraine's and Ed's daughter. While watching this sequence, I almost forgot I was watching a horror movie. Not only that, but the interactions between the characters during this part were boring and frustrating, since I was more interested in the family terrorized by the demon. The only reason I can think of why they gave Judy and Tony so much screen time is that they intend to start a new franchise focusing on their story. That would make sense since in this movie it feels like Ed and Lorraine are passing the torch to them. Spending so much time with these characters of course meant that the Smurl family, the victims of the paranormal activities, did not get the help they needed right away. Sure enough, the Warrens arrive at their house very late. For me, the best part of the previous films was always the investigation, when they had to figure out what kind of evil entity they encountered, what it wanted, and how to defeat it. However, I thought Last Rites was all over the place, especially during the last 40 minutes, so I didn't get to enjoy that aspect. If I were writing and editing this movie, I would have made the Warren family drama much shorter or would completely cut out the party sequence, which definitely killed any tension and interest for me. Another issue I had with the movie was that the writers ignored the Smurl family members in the second half. They completely forgot about the sisters, who the movie had earlier focused on. I definitely thought one of them would get possessed and was disappointed when it turned out Judy was the demon's target. I also didn't like how she had to remind Ed and Lorraine to help the family, even though the death of Father Gordon should have been reason enough to do so. As for the positives, I would say the acting was good. The movie had a couple of tense scenes as well as some jump scares that I enjoyed. If you are a fan of the franchise or just like horror movies and you can get through the 15-minute boring sequence without falling asleep, then I would recommend you to watch it. If you have seen the movie, feel free to share your thoughts in the comments. Thank you and see you next time.